De Facto Podcast is privileged to have been founded on Wadjuk Noongar land.
We pay our respects to the traditional owners of this land and express our sincere gratitude for their ongoing guidance as we work in their community. Hey, I'm Kate.
And I'm Nicolette.
Welcome to De Facto, where we discuss our 9 to 5 kind of relationships and all the shit that goes down in our sex lives. Well, mostly my sex life. Before we begin, I'd just like to say a big thank you to our sponsors. Just kidding, we don't actually have any sponsors, but if you would like to sponsor us, slide into our DMs, please.
Thank you, that would be great. We are finally privileged to be bringing the people what they want. So, Kate, how many people have told you to start your own podcast?
I would say about 0.
Okay, that's about as many people that told me to start one, but here we are.
Too bad, so sad. Let's get into it. We are now on the wrong side of 25. Just a few years above that. And we do have a few dating stories under our belts. And we thought, what a great opportunity to share our trauma with the world.
And even though we have been through some shit, we thought we might as well make everyone else feel better by sharing our stories. And, well, mostly these are actually mostly Kate's stories.
Yeah, my shit stories, let's be honest.
Just so everyone's aware, I'm not a prude. I'm actually just in a long-term relationship. So
a very happy, very healthy long-term relationship. Nice for some,
well,
not for me.
That's most best friends, isn't it? One long-term, one with great dating stories.
Yes. Anyway, so this is the first season of the podcast, and we've named this The Best of a Bad Bunch because I do think it is the best of a bad bunch of my sex stories.
I do think so as well.
Coming in hot for you this season, we have some real doozies, some real ups and downs. I'd say some real in and outs, figuratively and literally, if you will. We'll be covering just a small percentage of my finest hookups. We'll do a deep dive into my most recent relationship breakup with a suspected narcissist. Ooh. What it's like to hook up with your doppelganger. And what it's like to be the proud owner of God's country, which I am. We're even going to throw in a bonus episode with our beautiful producer, Lainey. All right, today's episode is called The Forbidden Fruit. And I say that this one is more like a 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. kind of relationship. Those early hours of the morning after a few too many wines.
Too many vinos?
Few too many vinos. We're covering the off-limits kind of relationships. Those ones that you really shouldn't be doing, but you do it anyway because I have no standards.
And because why not?
Yeah. So I'd say hooking up with your siblings, friends, hooking up with like really close family friends. And also one question we are going to be asking is, do you want something more when you can't have it?
And I think the majority of our listeners, which is me and Kate, would say yes.
Right.
We do. So to kick us off, Kate, why don't you tell us about your most recent story or your weekend?
Yes. So I'm going to name this story Farmer Wants a Wife or Farmer Wants a Root.
I think that's a better name for that one. Farmer Wants a Root.
Farmer Wants a Root. Farmer, to be clear, actually I'll save the juicy bit till the end, I think. So anyway, me and Nicolette, we went down south. For everyone who's listening to this, we went down south for a beautiful camping weekend. Might I say, I have now decided we are no longer going to be camping between the months of March and December because it's too fucking cold, and I was cold and wet the whole time. Apart from that, had a great time. Anyway.
And not the good kind of wet.
Not the good kind of wet. Yes, you are so true. No.
Just the cold and moisture in the air kind of.
Moisture in the air.
Yes.
So I decided Friday night, slept in my swag. I decided Saturday morning that night I was not going to be sleeping in the swag. I thought, fuck no, fuck this. I'm finding a roof over my head and a comfy bed.
A roof or a root?
Or roof both? Or a root. I was hoping for both, to be honest with you.
Roof.
A root with a roof and a comfy bed. So that was my mission for the day. Mm-hmm. And I will have you know, I succeeded on my mission. So we went to a local, we started drinking at 2:30. They had $4 vodka sodas. So sue me for having quite a few of those.
I think they were actually off seltzers they were just palming them off for $4 because they couldn't legally sell them for more.
They were expired.
They taste good. I don't think the date matters. It was a best before, not a
use by date. I don't let best befores run my life. A use by, I will follow that. Best before, no. It's more of a guideline.
Live on the edge.
I don't like guidelines.
Get the discounted cheese.
100%. Anyway, so quite a few $4 discounted off expired drinks.
Many a drink.
And then we're at this bar and this cute, very cute farmer comes over, starts chatting away to me. And I thought, hello.
Don't mind if I do.
Excuse you. Anyway, he starts chatting to me. Very lovely. He spoke with Nicolette's partner, Zach, as well.
Yeah.
I set them up a little chat about cars.
They were chatting for a while.
Cruises.
Great chat. He was quite tall.
He was quite tall.
Very good looking,
broad
muscular.
shoulders. And he looked exactly like Robin Irwin from, what was that magazine?
Stella magazine.
From the Stella magazine. Right? I even held up a photo and was like, damn, son, you look like Robin Irwin in this
Not
picture.
so much everyday khaki Rob, but your Stella mag Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. Hot.
Big difference.
Anyway, chatting. Nicolette and the others, we all went out, but we were leaving. So we all went outside. And then I said, what should I do, girls? Should I go back in there? Should I come home with you? And just to preface by saying it's not like a little trip home. It was like a 15-minute, we're in the country
roads.
town.
Country
So
roads.
taxi is going to be very expensive. Broke bitch
Country
can't afford it.
road.
Take me home. Anyway, I think the brief chat we had was he's hot. There was a mention of that he was quite young. And I thought, I don't believe you guys.
No.
I don't believe. Why would I
Well,
trust my friends?
Let's go back. The group of men that he came in with
Mm-hmm.
was actually for a bucks party. So we're like, okay, well, average age, probably your late 20s. You know,
Yep.
no child brides around here.
Yep.
Then we thought, I know that guy. He was one of my good friends, not the hen. I mean, not the buck, not anyone. One person knew him. And he goes, do you have any 19-year-old friends? And I said, no, Jordan, I'm 27. I don't have too many under my belt. And he said, oh, okay, well, I'm looking for a hookup for my mate. And I said, why, is he 19? And he goes, no. And I said, okay. Well,
So then we're standing outside and the bomb is dropped that
That
he's potentially 19 years old.
potentially. Rumour has it. Word on
Rumour
the
has
street.
it. A good, what is that? I can't do 8.5 years younger, my junior. Anyway, and then something transpired, didn't believe them, thought, fuck yes, I'm going back inside. I potentially, want a root. He told me he was 23. So potentially, yes, getting a root. Definitely number 2, roof over my head.
Roof over your head, most importantly.
I went back inside and said, hey, I'm going to stay. And then I was like, but to be clear, either one, you have to help me get a taxi home, trying to hint that he could pay for it because I'm broke, or 2, there's no sex involved. I think I was very clear and said, I just need a roof over my head tonight. Anyway, had a drink. He was lovely. We walked somewhere. He ordered me a taxi. And then I said, it clicked in my head that this wasn't going so well in terms of my plan for sleeping undercover. So
Cancelled the taxi.
I said, why are we getting a taxi when we could go back to your place? And he was like, good call. So we walked back and got to his house. No, we didn't hook up. He didn't even kiss me or I think he might have like little pat on the shoulder, right?
Okay.
Which I'm trade concerned about, that even a young man was not interested in me. So anyway, but he made me some quick
I
oats.
think
We got home and I said, I'm hungry. What have you got?
you know what?
So
Good for you,
the
Kate.
poor boy,
Good for
he was
you.
like, oh, I've got some honey quick oats. So he made me some quick oats. I sat in bed and I ate
Breakfast
them.
of Champions quick oat.
Absolute breakfast of champions, about 2 a.m. And then, I stayed the night. And I still, at this point, I'm thinking he's 23 or 24. He did say 24 first. Then he said 23. So that should have been a bit of a
Height
alarm
aside,
bells.
he
Alarm
did
bells.
look very young. The height, I think, was a bit deceiving. And maybe the dark mood lighting at the bar.
And also the $4
The $4 seltzers probably could have had an impact on that as well.
And I did sort of the next morning when I woke up, I kept wondering why lots of boys kept coming into the room and then sort of going, oh, and then leaving.
Because you were away at a
in the
Bucks
morning,
weekend.
and in the morning. Anyway, he dropped me home and we got home and then one of the girls, Maddie, was like, Kate, he's 19. And I was like, no.
No, before that, I heard you come into the tent and I said, oh, you're back. Because I messaged Kate 5 minutes before. I said, oh, I'll come get you. And she said, don't worry, I'm home. No, actually, she
I'm
didn't reply.
back.
She just shouted through the tent, don't worry about it, I'm back. And I said, oh, okay. I was like, did you bang him? And she goes, nah, had some quick oats. And I said, Okay. And then you found out.
No, well then Maddie came in and was like, I think he's 19K. And I said, no.
So we did a deep dive on the socials. We did find his Instagram, and I think it was his 20. What year are we in?
The penny dropped.
No, it was his 2020 school ball photo, was it?
No, because I wasn't certain that was his. Nope, I wasn't certain that was his school ball. Could have been any school ball. Maybe he was invited as a senior. The penny dropped when I saw in his tagged photos. It must have been like a footy photo, and it was like
Under 15.
No. Oh, fuck me, Dad. It was like
him and his L plates.
Mum and Dad. And his L plates, my first car.
You know when you get your red peas and you take your picture? Woo! Red peas.
It was when he still had his red peas on his car when he dropped me home. No, he didn't.
I didn't want to take my pea plates down when I got off my peas. I was like, everyone's going to think I'm how old. Keep them up. I want young and hot.
No, the penny dropped when I went into his tagged photos. Obviously, you've always got to go tag photos, rule number 1. And it was like a photo of like, it must have been like a soccer team or a footy team. I don't know, don't do sports, don't care. But it was like year 10 team of 2018.
I think, yeah.
And I think I let out a very loud cry.
And we said, well, at least you didn't bug him.
I was like, thank fuck, I did not sleep with
But
that
you know what?
man
At the end
child.
of the day, he was very good looking.
He was
very
good looking.
lovely.
He was nice.
And I said, he's going to be very attractive in 5-6 years' time. So, give him your number, give him a call.
6 years, hit me up.
6
for
years.
sure.
When you're ready to settle down in 6 years, give me a call.
But anyway, for a second there, I thought, imagine if I'd slept with him, I could have taken his virginity.
You probably could have. I don't know. He was very attractive for his age. I reckon a few of the country folk, ladies, probably been into him.
Plus side though, succeeded, slept undercover, did not get wet, was not cold, in a comfy bed. So sue me for getting what I want.
Exactly. But what's that age difference? That would have been
8.5
years. What would you rather go?
Meow, I'm Cougar.
Would you rather go 8.5 years older, 8.5 years younger?
I love an old man. I love it.
An old man.
I love an old man.
How old's too old, Kate?
The limit does not exist.
Okay, all right.
Nah, definitely. I reckon 45.
Oh, that's old.
I would go up to 45.
Oh, damn.
Sue me.
They'd have to be very attractive.
Absolutely. Silver fox.
But, okay, what about if you're at the bar? Do you actually have to tell someone your age, or is it just... Because I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever asked someone their age. Like, obviously, if you're at an 18-plus venue, everyone there's legal. At least legal,
You'd hope.
You'd hope. I know fake IDs exist, but I think you'd be able to pick if they were under 18. But, doesn't matter.
Well, see, I was pretty upset that he lied to me.
I feel very
I
humiliated.
felt personally vindicated. No, I was actually a little bit like, oh, he lied to me. And he was such a nice guy. Right?
Oh.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I have lied about many things. I've definitely lied about my age. I've lied about
your career.
My career.
Professional surfer.
I do like to run with that. I'm a pro
but you know
surfer.
what? No one gets hurt.
No one gets hurt. Except I did feel a little bit hurt that he lied to me.
Well.
Yeah. Because I would have felt worse if I had slept with him. And then I would have been like, you should have told me, mate.
Yeah.
Don't lie. But actually, I can't say that because I do lie. So
I have lied about my age in the past. So, you know what?
you do you. You do you.
Me.
Yeah. Right.
So I thought that although you nearly hooked up with a 19-year-old, at least you weren't these guys.
I just want to say not nearly because he didn't even make a move. Which is trade concerning.
Trade
that
concerning.
a hot.
I'd be up in the retinol.
I need to do a few things to change that.
getting some botched in your forehead. Let's go. Too old.
Oh, goodness.
No, well, I thought I would enlighten you with these things that I found online. So I was listening to Triple J, Hack.
If you would like to sponsor us, please hit us up.
Triple J, just hit us up. Yeah, no worries. Free shout out, Triple J. And I came across this segment that said, when the bad sex wasn't even the worst of it. And I got some for you.
Go on.
Okay, there's 4 here. So let's start with this one. The Tinder guy got me to the edge of an orgasm and stopped because he said orgasms were a waste of spiritual energy. Righto.
I'm even surprised a guy got a girl
To the edge.
to the edge of
I was
orgasm.
like, kick that one around, Dal. Even if it nearly got you there. Nice. For a Tinder guy too.
Yeah.
A one-night stand gave me headphones, left the room, made me listen to his whole album for an hour. His album.
His album.
As in, he recorded it himself.
Yeah. I don't know.
Guys that make you listen to their music.
I would do it. If he was hot, I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd do it. Yep. Next one.
Accidentally gave chlamydia to an absolute 10, so I apologise by giving him a $50 JB high-five voucher. Please have something nice, please. While you're at the chemist. Off you pop. And this one guy literally asked me what a clit even was when we slept together, so now I date girls.
Amen, sister.
And I said, good for you.
Good for you. Amen. This is my problem. We should be teaching people where the goddamn clitoris is in school.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. I think it's time to get into the episode. Another tale, another trial of being a single woman.
Trials and tribulations.
Of being a single woman. So this is, the tale of the forbidden fruit. Mm-hmm. The name of this person is, I'm going with Davo.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, for legal purposes. Not his real name.
Please no one sue me. Right. So, Davo. Now I have to make sure I use the same name throughout this.
We can bleep it.
We can bleep. Okay. So, family friend. I would say just within the family friend circle, like.
Mm-hmm. You got your purple circle, your blues.
Yeah. Moving out, I say just on the outside because his parents are friends with our family friends. So now they're in the thing. Right?
Friends by default.
Yeah. But he's good friends with my brother. He's good friends with my brother's best friends. He's in the group. I've known him for a while.
I reckon people close to you would be able to figure out who this was, Kate.
Yeah, I think people close to me already know.
Can put the puzzle together.
Yeah, put the pieces.
Oh, well.
I would say there had been some previous flirting prior to this event.
Well, he's only human.
He is only human.
So he's your brother's friend.
Brother's friend.
Okay.
Previous flirting. I had just returned from a beautiful romantic getaway with another man, but we weren't together. Came back. I wanted to go out and get drunk because I was pretty sad because I wasn't really going to see this guy potentially ever again. We'll talk about that guy. It was really sad. Anyway, went out drinking with the girls. He was there at the bar, it was a pub, having some beers. Anyway, message, we met up and then we're all drinking together. Then next minute we're at my favourite place in the world, Benny's. Shout out to Benny's. It's like a restaurant turns into a dance.
Everything.
Yeah, it's everything you want it to ever be. Anyway, few shots. Next minute, we're hooking up. Next minute, we're in the Uber. We're going home, back to his house. We hook up. No comments re-sex. Can't really remember because it was a little while ago now. If I wouldn't say it was bad. Probably I would say it was good. Anyway, so we slept together. Next morning I woke up and I said, don't you fucking dare tell anybody that this ever happened.
And drop me home. Thanks.
And then I said, now can you please drop me home, but drop me around the corner so no one sees your car. Thank you. So he dropped me home.
Fair enough.
And then we probably I reckon we little drunk message every now and then. I can't remember us hooking up again. And then a couple of weeks later, so it was a bit of a secret, so we made it a little bit fun, And then
a little forbidden.
A little forbidden fruit.
Romeo and Juliet.
If you will. And then a few weeks later was the Roto swim. And I had recently gone vegan. Well, I should have said that at the beginning. I'd recently gone vegan, so yes, I was telling everybody.
And you were having sausages. Interesting. Well.
Yes, I'm vegan, but I still eat the sausages. Anyway, the day of the Roto swim, so I knew he was going to the swim. He was doing the swim, I think. So and his parents were going, and I knew I was going to see them, and we'd be partying together with my parents and my family, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, Mum goes to the local IGA that morning to get some snacks for the swim.
Yep.
She comes back and she tells me this story. She's in IGA. She runs into his parents. Oh, hello, right? She's in the nut section buying some nuts because she doesn't know what snacks to buy me because I'm a vegan.
Well,
anyway, she says to his parents, I'm just buying these for Kate now that she's a virgin.
Now that she's a virgin.
Virgin, she says. And then apparently my dad and his dad go, well, yeah, well, I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. And then Mum goes, well, I bloody hope not. She's 25.
So your mum meant to say vegan.
She meant to say I was a vegan. She said I'm a virgin to the guy that I've slept with parents.
Does the guy's parents know?
No one
Your
knows.
dad.
They were like, I'm sure she is. Of course she is. And Mum, no, I really hope she's not.
Your mum, I didn't raise no prude.
She comes home, she tells me the story, and then we're all getting drunk on the boat. He's there. Mum's, me, him, and Mum are talking.
And at this stage, no one knows.
No one knows except for us two. Mum's now telling him this story with me standing there. We're both looking at each other with very wide eyes. And then Mum drops the penny, hits with the virgin line. He literally walked away and dove off the boat and swam off. I shit you not. Swam away.
Before he even heard what she meant to say.
She said virgin, and then he went,
oh my God, he thinks he took your virginity.
dove off and swam
away with your virginity. You took it and he left.
Yeah, it was pretty awkward. Anyway,
That is awkward.
Eventually he comes back. What my sister-in-law had been telling me for a long time that she wanted me to hook up with this guy. She was like, he's such a nice guy. You should date him. This is great. Right?
Let's have a boat. Why not?
I've gotten drunk. I've had a few drinks. I'm on the boat. I'm partying. And then I say to my sister-in-law, well, got something for you. And then I tell her, right? Then I tell a few more people because I've had a few drinks and I think it's kind of funny. And then
and then she gets on the mic, tells the run to swim, takes the commentators like, congratulations to all the swimmers out there.
And then it spread and now it's a bit of a running joke. And my brother always says to me, why did you do that, Kate? And I feel bad because I'm pretty sure one time like there would have been all the boys hanging out and then you did this, you did that, and then Davo dropped well, I fucked your sister, and everyone went silent. So I feel bad because I've given him ammunition.
You have.
For a while. But that brings me to the question. Can you sleep with your siblings' friends? What do you reckon?
Well, I don't have a brother, so could be a little bit different. But what I reckon it depends on the type of relationship you want to have. So I reckon, and it's happened to one of my friends, if you are like deeply in love with your friend's brother or whatever, don't go there. And you know that they might sleep around or hang out with other chicks or really get around. You're really in love with them and you finally like hook up with them. There's a 90% chance they're not in love with you. They're just like, oh, okay, yeah, let's have a hookup, whatever.
For sure.
And it can ruin the friendship, ruin your friendship with them. It's a whole thing because now you're best friends crying over your brother. But if you're both in it for a fun time like you and Davo, who cares?
Who cares? I asked, so today when I came home, 3 guys were at my house. And no, one of them was my brother.
And your housemates?
Yeah.
They were actually queuing up down the street for me.
They were just at my house waiting to see
Where's Kate? Where I live now. They're all there.
Anyway, I asked them and these are their responsive. One of them said, better make the most of it.
Oh.
And I thought, damn, that's true. That's true.
Is this their siblings hooking up with their friends or them hooking up with their
Yeah,
friends?
exactly. And then they said, well, if you're going to shit the bed, you may as well really shit the bed.
Well.
So I thought that was good. But no, they had some good points. And one of them said, and let me run this up your flagpole, Nicolette.
Yep,
one of them said, I think there is a lot of stigma around or a bit of a difference between sisters hooking up with brothers' friends versus brothers hooking up with sisters' friends. So I feel like...
That's because women always get the shit end of the stick.
Well, no, for me, I feel like it's less taboo for a sister to hook up with...
A brother's friend?
Hold on, now I've confused myself.
Okay, but you hook up with your brother's friends is weirder than your brother hooking up with your friends. Or the way around.
I don't know. I've confused myself. I think
the boys would shit on your brother more knowing that you've hooked up with them, whereas you wouldn't be like, such shit, you hooked up with my friend.
Yeah.
Because your brother would be like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
So it depends.
Yeah, but I did think it was true. I just thought there is that there is a stigma and a total difference.
Always a stigma with women.
Yep, and a different dynamic. And I thought that. But yeah, I do think, and now I cannot talk because I have done it. But to be fair, it wasn't my brain thinking at the time. I had some beveraginos and
$4
I was $4 seltzers again, and I was a bit drunk. And really, it was my vagina speaking.
No, it was.
And
you got to listen to that sometimes.
She does get what she wants.
The fanny flutters.
The fanny flutters.
Take over sometimes.
They do. It took over my whole body. But I do think like I kind of wish I'd told my brother so he didn't find out before it got out. I think I'd been an adult and been like, I fucked up. A mature adult. I fucked up. I shouldn't have done this, but I did it anyway. Knowing the person that I slept with and who he is as a person, I should have done it.
But I think not, because you're not an awkward person and it would have just been like, oh, haha, apart from your mum's version. But I reckon it's worse if you were really in love with Davo, blah, 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 and then it got back and Davo was like, oh, I don't want anything to do with your sister, and then you crying to your brother.
Yeah.
That's when it can get weird. But if you're both just like, oh, cheeky hookup, haha, let's forget that ever happened and no one's awkward about it, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's when your brother's stuck to choose between your friend who, fucked your sister, and now your sister's hell upset about it. And it ruins their friendship.
Exactly. And I know someone whose friend dated their younger sister, the younger sister and a friend. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and they actually were together for like 5 years or something, and they had a really great relationship. But then when they broke up, the brother, I think, became really protective of the sister and they just couldn't be friends with the friend anymore. So I think there is those issues. Yeah. I do think, though, if you are going to like hook up with them and they are like, and you see it going somewhere and you're seeing like 100% go ahead, do it. Because like you don't want to ruin the risk of love and stop. No. You don't want to get in the way of love, but then things can totally go wrong. So I would say 100% I think you need to communicate with your sibling if you have that kind of relationship.
Sibling, if you're like, I really like them, your sibling might be able to be like, oh, well, I reckon you guys would be back together. Let's see what we can do. Or they can like, no way, they're a total dickhead. They treat all their partners like shit. I really like them as a friend, but don't date them. Yeah. So I guess like that's a good way of looking at it too.
Yeah.
But I also do reckon it's like that thing, like, do you just want it because you can't have it? Like if your sibling says, no, I don't want you dating them, do you want them more?
Well, yes.
Because we're all children at heart.
If you tell me that I can't have it, I really, really wanted it. Even if I didn't want it before.
Or if someone says, oh, nah, there's no way they'd go for blondes. They wouldn't go for you. You'd be like, what? Challenge accepted.
I will put all of my power. I will quit everything.
I'll quit my job and full time.
Just to do that. But I do have a story about, I guess, of literally the roles reversing. A couple of weeks ago, I went out with my brother and a couple of my friends, and my friend said to my other friend, oh, Kate's brother's really cute. He said to another friend, oh, she's really cute. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, God, they're going to hook up. But I knew this wasn't a good idea because I know who they both are, and I just thought this is not going to go well.
Not going to end well.
So I said to my brother, I said, please, can you not hook up with her? And then I said to her, I was like, please, can you not hook up with my brother? And I think they respected that. I think like they said they did, and I trust them 100%. But when I woke up the next morning and I thought about that, I thought, I don't really have a leg to stand on with this one.
No, that's not. But if you're just doing it to fix your urge on the night, find someone else.
Yes.
Like if it's just literally that, just because they're the only one in the room, probably just maybe try and avoid it. If not, whatever. But again, you probably have nothing to stand on, Kate.
I have not a single leg to stand on, but that's kind of what I was thinking. And I kind of thought, well, I did tell them that I would prefer it not to happen. Yeah. But if it did happen, I can't really be angry about it.
They're all adults.
Everyone's adults. Yeah. But I just thought, I don't want it to ruin the relationship where we all can't hang out anymore.
That's where it comes down to.
Yeah. Because I feel like with me and like people I've hooked up with in the past, I can hang out with them. Unless you've done me real dirty.
Yeah.
I'm very much, whatever. Let's be mates. Mm-hmm. We only had sex. It's not, we didn't hug or anything. That's too intimate for me. If
we did not kiss on the lips.
If you kiss my forehead, we're not hanging out.
And we actually didn't see you during the 9 to 5 hours of the day.
Exactly.
If you're only seeing someone between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m., it's not awkward.
We can hang out for sure.
The nighttime,
Yeah.
makes it different. But I always reckon them being friends with your siblings makes them hotter, and especially if you have older siblings. I've got an older sister. I reckon, like, especially when I was in, like, high school, or, like, she was out of high school and she was hanging out with all these, like, older boys, I was like, oh, they're so much hotter. Like, they're so much hotter just because they're older and friends with your sister.
Yeah.
Doesn't really mean that if I saw them on the street, I think they were that hot, but
Just because they're older, untouchable, the forbidden fruit, if you will.
Exactly. Which comes down to it, would you do it again though, Kate?
That's
would
a tough
you hook
one.
up with your sibling's friend again?
That particular friend or friends
Both.
in general?
That friend? Your mum could tell another story. Last two people in the club in the middle of the night, you got the flanny flutters. He's there.
Sue me, yes.
You're only human.
Hold a gun to my head, yes, I would.
Oh,
Because only because I've already done it. But I wouldn't, the damage has been done and this does not make it okay.
True.
And I know I'm making myself look like a really horrible person. I think the damage has been done. Gun to my head, yes, I would. Any of his friends now? Nah, I wouldn't do it. I feel really shit about it, to be honest with you. And I think I fucked up. I know I fucked up.
You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Hook up with your brother's mates.
Unless you really love them and it's going to work out, then I would say yes, do it. There's a lot of caveats. Okay, all right. Anyway, that's the end of the podcast. If you liked us, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We are de facto a 9 to 5 kind of relationship.
That's a bit about us. We'll be releasing a podcast weekly with all the ins and outs of our dating and what not to do. So if you like the podcast, please give us a follow on Spotify, leave a review, or you can also follow us on Instagram at de facto, where we post cool stuff in general. So thank you.
Excellent.